All right, welcome to Wolf Talk Podcast. I'm here with Xander Bangz. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into music?
Yeah, well, man, I started writing probably elementary school. I think the first song I wrote, I was like 8 years old. And from there, I started out more with like poetry and things like that. My uncle's an artist. He also is a musician. So, he kind of showed me some things as I got older. I started actually recording music 2011 maybe. I was just in high school, just having fun. In the past couple years, really, I've just been taking it more seriously. Doing shows and things like that, starting to try to get something going. It's been my passion for as long as I can remember. So it's just, it's what I love to do, and it's something I'm trying to put everything I can into.
That's awesome. So, do you have any shows coming up?
I have right now. I'm booked for it's Mud Mayhem in Summersville, Missouri. That's on Halloween this year. So far, I'm looking to get a few more. I'm working on a new album. It's my debut album, the Planet Mars EP. So I've got a few songs recorded. I'm trying to invest
Planet
in it.
Mars.
Yeah, Planet Mars. And the reason I name it that is because the street I grew up on, the cross street is called Mars Drive. So,
Cool.
basically, yeah. So the cover of the album is supposed to be like me standing. It's sort of be like an animation of me in front of the sign, like smoking a blunt. It's like a bunch of trippy stuff up in the sky, shooting stars and things like that. So, that's the theme I'm going for. Yeah, like a psychedelic trap kind of thing.
That's awesome. So, tell me about this little song that you want to play. I know you're busy doing your thing with the family.
Yeah, no worries.
The Fire Nico, how does that go?
Yeah, basically it's a part of it. The first like 8 bars is actually something I wrote when I was like 16. And I just picked it up and I was like, oh shit. I was like, wow. Like I was really like, it kind of took me back, and I was like, damn, like I was like, wow, this is like pretty good for what it was one of my better ones. And sometimes I think I'm like, wow, sometimes I feel like in high school I was almost better than I am now in some ways. But so I kind of mixed that together and, just added on to it. So it's like the first part of it I wrote 12 years ago, and then the second half I wrote this year, but I tried to make it in a way where you wouldn't be able to tell that unless I told you. And it sort of I try to show like the evolution, because if you pay attention closely, you might be able to see the difference from the first and second half of the song. But and it's a Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza remix from Mac Miller. So it was sort of to pay homage, because he's one of my inspirations, and it's just a great beat.
All right, well, let's give a listen to the song. How's that?
Yes, man. Thank you.
I don't ever repeat myself, so you better listen. Clogging up the septic system, I'm the shit with no remission. Plenty in the sea, I am just constantly fishing. If I want it, then I hit it. This is surely got him spit. It's just that every time I'm spitting, the shit is so explicit. And my cocky just a smidget. With my cock, I take your bitches. Your game is glitching. I'm closing up so many widgets. I'm banging Rex Brook after I bang your girl Bridget. Got information like a textbook. In my mind it's written. The code to be the best per count to maximize your digits. But finance is not the goal, homie. Cash is not an issue. I'm just happy to be alive from all the shit that I've been through. Fucked up on stuff I didn't do. Got off on shit I did too. Caught with a switchblade, later be seen with a pistol. I feel nervous seeing you, hoping I can book a venue. I figure if you here, then it is where God has sent you. Local rappers best up, fuckers better watch out. Fuck that shit like I got next, because bitch I got now. I'm the top dog in the top state in the top town. I don't need skills to recover, cause I'm never knocked down. Feel like you're visiting Sheol on my track with the hot sound. And I got so many bars, the whole place is locked down. Motherfucking I crowd with criticism. criticism for my lyricism. No, I never hear him, just focused on a vision. No, I never fear him, just persevere for all my wishes. Don't pay no attention till I pay the clouds a visit. Don't pay no attention until they pay me my pension. They used to all tell me that the sky is the limit, but I'm defying physics, I'm flyer than this shit. Stretch my arms out to the top of the clouds and I lift it. When I deserve the credit, I don't ever get a mention. To me, you are indebted, but payment is not my mission. Psychologically wrecked it, and now the bar has been lifted. Listen, no, should not have left it. Now you realize what you're missing, bitch. It's Xander. To speak the
That is a dope song, and if everybody wants to hear it, they need to go and watch the rest of it or listen to the rest of it.
For sure, yeah. That's my so that's the newest single off of my most recent mixtape. Actually, I put out about 2 weeks ago. And the title, I don't know. It's sort of an insider. Fire Nico. It's if you're from Dallas, you know what it means. So it's basically the Dallas Mavericks. When they traded Luka Doncic, which is like our star player, you know, it's a thing we all chant in the arena after that happened. Fire Nico, because he's the GM. So it's just sort of like a joke, sort of.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So are you touring? Do you have any shows?
I have, like I said, I have the Halloween show coming up. I'm trying to get established. So like I said, so that is the first song on my latest mixtape, which is sort of just something I kind of was just having fun with. My new album, like I said, it's going to be my debut album, which not that I take all my music seriously, but I guess I'd say I'm making a thorough investment, trying to make it like better quality. I've been recording in a professional studio, trying to get something, get legitimate artwork and things like that. Because basically what my whole plan was to drop this mixtape right now and use it to sort of build a base and gather some listeners. And so basically when my plan was, I didn't want to drop my album until after one of my accounts hit 10,000 followers. So my TikTok is like at 7 right now, and my others are like at 3 or 4, something like that. But hopefully, if all goes as planned, I'll have this album completed and recorded. Hopefully by the end of the year, and so then I'm going to use that. And basically, that's my plan. Is after I get, yeah, for sure, I appreciate that. And after I get that done, that's when I'm going to be looking to like book more shows and try to, because I've been talking to some people about, tours and things like that, but more opportunities. So basically I'm trying to build my network while I'm working on my album, and then drop the album and use use everything, all the resources I built up in that time. And, try to really put my best effort into it to try to really make the biggest impact I can with it.
Well, I love listening to the rest of them, and it was great. So you definitely got a lot of talent.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's like I try to focus on like lyricism and things like that, but I also like my new album will be a lot different. It's sort of experimental. I'm trying to combine like that lyricism and old school hip hop feel with like a newer, trippy, like psychedelic type of vibe. So it's going to be interesting to see what I can come up with. I've got, I have a lot of it already started, but like I said, a lot of it is experimental. So I'm just going to try new things and see what works. And hopefully it comes out, the way I'm hoping for.
So what are your biggest goals for the rest of 2025?
2025. Well, basically, I guess that'd be it. Just to finish my album, hopefully get something started to at least, if not an official tour lined up for next year, then at least have like a series of shows and events that I'm getting involved with, which I'm hoping it shouldn't. I see more hope and more progress now, I guess, than I had before. I guess just, you know, as you get more experience and you encounter more situations and more people, you just learn from that, I guess. Like I was thinking, like, I wish I knew all this stuff that I'm doing now, like 10 years ago. It would have saved me a lot of time.
I know, same, right?
Right. It's like I had to be willing to learn. So, but it's, you know, it's all good. It's a part of life, and everything's a process. And really, sometimes I try to think about that. Is like, I was talking about this with another artist the other day, actually, because he said this quote. He's like, you have to remember what we're here for. We're, at the end of the day, we're all here because we love music. And basically, like, especially with doing shows and stuff, like what we're doing as artists is trying to take the feeling that it gives us and give it back to the audience as much as possible. Like that's my goal. So I'm trying to, you know, give the best product that I possibly can. Because if I could hit just one person that gets that feeling that I felt that made me want to start, then it would all be worth it. So that's basically like my intention. That's why I do it.
Okay, so you said you're at your mom and dad's?
Yeah. I'm at my dad's house today.
Okay. He has a lot of snakes because I hear them.
Oh, these are I think are locusts, but we do have snakes actually. I'm digging out the flower beds and I'm putting in some flowers and trimming the trees and stuff. But I found a couple snakes, and at first I thought it was a worm because it was so small, but it was a little garden snake.
I can tell this difference. I can hear the snakes. That's not locusts.
It could be. I hope not. that I'm not aware of. Yeah, we're in Dallas, so there are snakes out here for sure. Locust and a lot of ferrets, things like that. But
so that's pretty cool. I mean, you got some good stuff happening. I mean, we just need to get you to start going live.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, it's something I kind of hesitate to talk about actually, which kind of the reason why, like I said, it took me so long, and I'm trying to sort of basically rebuild my brand, is because I spent a year. Last year I was in prison. I got out the end of last year. So basically, like the beginning of this year, I had to, I had to reset my mind, I guess, and just it gave me a good chance to look at things and mature a little bit. But that's why, because I realized basically what am I really doing if I'm not doing music? Like, I don't want to waste my time anymore. And I mention that because just for anybody out there who may be hearing this, is like, it doesn't matter where you come from or where you've been. Like, you have to make the best. If you're still alive and you have air in your lungs and you woke up today, it's a lot of people that didn't. So I try to think of that every day. And like I said, I wish I could go back and do things differently. But, like I said, you have to live and learn from it and just realize that, it's a blessing. Each day is a blessing. So.
Absolutely. All right. So do you have merch?
That's another thing. Actually, I was going to mention, that's another thing I'm working on right now. Basically with my album, and I'm trying to get it all, like, do it all together. I don't want to drop the album or start doing shows until I have everything like set up and invested in and everything lined up, basically. But I do have things like basically everything's in progress, and it should be. I'm shooting for everything to be ready and available by hopefully by Halloween this year. That's my goal.
That'd be dope.
So I can make it to the show with, I'm at least going to have merch and stuff at the show, but I'd like to have the album, but I'm really trying to invest. It's going to take some investing, which isn't going to be totally unreasonable, but, just for certain things, it might take some time, but it shouldn't, it's definitely doable. So I think if I keep hustling, I'll be able to make it work.
That's awesome. So anything else you want to tell everybody?
Just shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate it. Be looking for the Planet Mars EP dropping later this year. Look me up on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, SoundCloud, Xander Bangz, Music DTX, all one word. And follow me, I'll follow you back. I'm all about networking, so hit me up, and I appreciate the love.
All right. So thank you so much for joining. Stick around for a second as
For
soon
sure.
as we get off here.
I appreciate you having me.
Well, we'll definitely have you on the show again.
Hell yeah.
So, I always like to do the meet and greet, get to know
For sure.
how everything started. But then, like, I will always have you on my show. If you're
Hell
on my
yeah.
show right
I'm
now,
down.
you're always on my show. So
For sure.
So anyway, thank you again for joining. Thanks for watching Wolf Talk Podcast, and I am Wolf, and this is Xander Bangz, and have a great day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hell yeah.